Hello everyone, Career IS is going to start its new batches very soon, and today I am going to discuss few topics which are very important for UPSC. Basically I would be covering biomes, but before that I must tell you that UPSC is one of the most important prestigious exams conducted every year in India. And every mother, father, every student has a dream to become an IAS officer. But for that you have to study hard. There are two D's which are very important for cracking UPSC. First is devotion. You must devote your time for the exam. Second is your determination. डिटर्मिनेशन इज ऑल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. इच्छा शक्ति जो है वो बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है एंड यू मस्ट हैव दैट इच्छा शक्ति फॉर क्रैकिंग द एग्जाम. सो इफ यू फॉलो दीज टू डीज डेफिनेटली यू आर गोइंग टू बी सक्सेस in cracking UPSC examination. Okay, so directly not taking much time, I would like to come on the topic that I am going to teach today. So dear friends, basically as I have already told you that I am going to start with the biome. First of all you have to understand what is biome. Biome is actually part of our biosphere. Biosphere is any area around the surface that has around the earth crust that has possibility of life. Any area that has possibility of life is biosphere, and in biosphere there are many biomes that exist. So coming to the definition of biome, biome refers to the community of plants and animals that occur naturally in an area, often sharing common characteristics specific to that area. That means it is an area that has community of plants and animals, flora and fauna, and there is similarity in the characteristic, in the physical characteristics of that area. Suppose let's say soil, climate, vegetation, if all these properties of any area are similar, that can be considered as a biome. So biome is actually a community of plant animals that occur naturally in area, and these share common characteristics specific to that area. That means a biome has internal homogeneity and it is heterogeneous from any nearby region. कोई भी जो दूसरा रीजन होगा वहां से ये अलग होगा. इंटरनली यहाँ के जो कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स होंगे, फ्लोरा, फाउना, क्लाइमेट, सॉइल, वो उसमें सिमिलैरिटी होगी. ओके, तो बायोम इज ऑल्सो नोन एज ए मेजर लाइफ जोन. दैट मीन्स देयर इज एग्जिस्टेंस ऑफ लाइफ एंड इन दीज रीजन्स, इन एनी बायोम life exists, and there is lots of biodiversity in the region where the biome is. Okay, so this area means if I say, when I am saying there is lots of biodiversity, that means it has sufficient present of plants and animals, animal communities, the plants that are present there, or floral elements that are present there, they also have common characteristics, they also have internal similarity. So biome is a large area that is characterized by its vegetation, soil, climate, wildlife. I have already told you all these things. There are number of biomes that are existing over the surface of the earth, means all around the lithosphere there are number of biomes that are present. Let's say I have written one example here, desert biome. So desert is one of those biomes that are present. मैं आगे भी आपको दिखाऊंगा. Tropical rainforest biome is a different biome. Tundra, taiga, all these are Mediterranean biome. There are different types of biomes that are existing over the surface of the earth, or in the world, or in the biosphere. Friends, if you see this map, you will find the existence of different biomes all over the world. The line, 0-degree line, that means equatorial line, passes from here. Basically it passes from here, थोड़ा सा तिरछी बन गई है, Okay, so all around the equatorial line you can see between 5 degree, between 10 degree to 10 degree there are green belts. You can see in South America, you can see here in the Africa, you can see here there are green patches or green belts. Basically these are demarcating the presence of equatorial rainforest regions that is found between 10 degree latitude, both sides of equator, means 10 degree north to 10 degree south. The region is known for equatorial rainforest biome. Similarly, there are desert biomes spread all over the world. There are Mediterranean biome that are spread all around the Mediterranean Sea, taiga, tundra, permafrost. Likewise, different kinds of biome are there in the world. Okay, so basically point of focus today is the equatorial rainforest biome, tropical equatorial rainforest biome. So first of all, because I cannot tell everything, every biome in detail in this lecture only, I will be telling you all these in detail in different lectures when you join this. Okay, so there are different kinds of biome. The pictures are presenting different biomes here. Like in rainforest biome, you can see greenery all around. In desert biome, you will find sandy soil and there is presence of cactus and all. In taiga, in tundra, in grassland, savanna type of biome, you will find different characteristics that will be discussed later when we will be doing this specifically. But today I am going to discuss tropical evergreen rainforest biome. उष्णकटिबंधीय पर्णपाती वर्षा वन जियोम. Biome in Hindi is called as geome. So friends, first of all, as I have already shown you on the map, the presence of tropical evergreen rainforest biome is between 10 to 10 degree both sides of the equator. Means if you consider this as globe, there is equatorial line that is passing, that is dividing the globe into two halves, two hemispheres. So from this is equator is 0 degree. So from this equator to up to 10 degree north and up to 10 degree south, there is presence of tropical evergreen rainforest biome. You have to keep this in mind. This is very important because all the properties of this biome is associated with the atmospheric conditions that is found between 10 to 10. So there are characteristics that are written here. With this we will be discussing all other properties of these biomes also. So you can see that the evergreen rainforest biome is between 10 to 10 degrees both sides, north and south of the equator. Okay, these develop in high temperature conditions. These develop in high temperature conditions. This point is very important. Basically the equatorial zones are known for high temperature conditions. The temperature here is very high throughout the year. There are two seasons, one is summer and one is winter, but winters are very short. ऐसे आप समझो होते ही नहीं हैं. जैसे मार्च में विंटर होते हैं नॉर्थ इंडिया में, वैसे ही यहाँ के विंटर्स होते हैं. That means generally this is a summer climate. There is prevalence of high temperature conditions for around 10 to 11 months. 10 से 11 महीने बहुत ही ज़्यादा टेम्परेचर यहाँ पर रहता है. So in these, under these conditions, these biomes develop. So friends, if anywhere there is high temperature, understand this correlation. If anywhere there is high temperature, that means there is going to be high humidity if the water sources are present here. अगर यहाँ पर water sources present हैं, that would cause water to evaporate. The temperature, the heat would cause water that is present here to evaporate, and because of the evaporation, humidity is very high here. That means in these regions, because of high temperature conditions, humidity is very high. The humidity that is very high here causes precipitation to take place every day. Means in these regions, every day rainfall is observed between 2 to 4 o'clock. means around 4 o'clock you will find rainfall every day in these regions. So because of the everyday rainfall, these regions has sufficient presence of water resources all around, and water is available to all the regions. Because of that, natural vegetation, pattern of natural vegetation is very, very complex. So food chain is very complex in these regions, and these are high biodiversity region. But before discussing about the biodiversity of these regions, I think I should be focused on these points first of all. So these are high temperature regions. The temperature is almost same throughout the year. That means high temperature is temperature never comes below 20 degrees centigrade. It is said that the average temperature of all the months here is around 27 degrees centigrade. That means these are the hottest regions of the world or hottest biomes of the world. Permanently warm climate is found here. The soil that is present here is lateritic in nature. The laterite soils actually develop in the regions that has high rainfall conditions, because the upper surface, the minerals that are present over the upper surface are actually leached down, नीचे चले जाते हैं ऊपर से मिनरल्स. तो इस तरीके से यहाँ की सॉइल कैसी है? सॉइल ऑल ओवर द रीजन्स, क्लाइमेट इज वार्म, soil is lateritic, biodiversity is very high. Okay, so these are high rainfall regions. There are no cold seasons. There is presence of no cold season, मतलब cold season नहीं होती हैं. The regions are high rainfall regions. That means rainfall, average annual rainfall in these regions is about 200 centimeter, and due to high rainfall the soil is not so fertile because the nutrients are washed away due to high rainfall, and the soil has become lateritic in nature. I have already told you these things. So because of the sufficient temperature, sufficient rainfall, sufficient humidity, high humidity regions, relative humidity is always more than 80% in these regions. बहुत ज़्यादा आर्द्रता होती है, ह्यूमिडिटी बहुत ज़्यादा होती है, और ह्यूमिडिटी जहाँ ज़्यादा होती है वहाँ बारिश ज़्यादा होती है. So due to high humidity, these are high rainfall region, and the rainfall, high rainfall is ultimately responsible for the high biodiversity in these regions. So the genetic and spatial both biodiversities are very high in these regions in terms of flora and fauna both. So for flora and faunal biodiversity is very high, and there are many economically important trees are found in these forests. So basically, after knowing the pattern of temperature, rainfall, soil and all, you must know what kind of vegetation is found here. Basically, there are many important trees that has hardwood are found here. Name of the trees are ebony, mahogany, rosewood, rubber, cinchona, lianas, and lianas are also found here. I would be discussing about this in the next slide, and bamboos are found here. So these are the basic vegetations, important vegetation that are specifically found in these regions, and along with that I have already told you faunal biodiversity is also high. So coming to faunal biodiversity, there are number of animals found here. So name of few animals are given here: monkeys, snails, sloths, deer, elephants, one-horned rhino, bat, scorpions, lemur. These are few animals. These are name of some important animals that are found here. Apart from that, there are n number of animals are found here. That means you will find number of scorpions here. You will find number of reptiles, n number of reptiles here, lizards, chameleons, and number of reptiles. You will find insects, presence of insects is also very high. You can easily analyze that the areas that has availability of water, there are mosquitoes develop everywhere. There are insects develop everywhere. During the rainy season, you can see the flies roaming, flying all around. There is emergence of mosquitoes all around. मच्छर चारों तरफ फैले रहते हैं. तो जहां भी बारिश ज़्यादा हो रही, in the high rainfall region, presence of insects is also high. So insects, reptiles and other animals are also present here. So biodiversity in these regions is very, very high, and biodiversity in terms of flora and fauna both, it is very high. Okay, so most important part of the bio is its flora. That means questions from flora are asked every year. You will find at least 2-3 questions in every exam related to these tropical rainforests, basically flora of these tropical rainforests. So flora is indicating basically vegetation of the rainforest. So vegetation of rainforest is 5-layered vegetation, as you can see here in this picture. अभी मैं आपको बताऊंगा क्या है ये. And the forests have a dense canopy and sunlight does not reach to the ground. Basically 5-layered vegetation की जब आप बात करते हो, vegetation is 5-layered. That means on the first layer you will find very long trees. बहुत लंबे लंबे trees होते हैं. First layer of vegetation is very long trees of up to 45 to 60 meter height can be easily found here, which are called as emergents. बहुत बड़े बड़े trees होते हैं जिनको बोलते हैं emergents, and it has height between 45 to 60 meters or sometimes even more than that. So this is the first layer. Second layer is the trees that are between 45 to 30 meter. Trees that has height between 45 to 60 meter. I am sorry, height between 30 to 45 meter. Please recorrect it. The second layer is the trees that has height between 30 to 45 meter. Third layer is the trees that has height between 15 to 30 meter. 15 से 30 मीटर के बीच में छोटे छोटे जो ट्रीज होते हैं उनको थर्ड लेयर इसमें माना जाता है. एंड फोर्थ लेयर इज द लेयर ऑफ shrubs and grasses that are long grasses and shrubs that has a length between 5 to 10 meters. Herbs and shrubs that has length between 5 to 10 meter. And the smallest layer, the ground layer, that is the fifth layer of vegetation in these regions, is actually grasses and herbs, many herbs, grasses and many herbs that has height below 5 meter. So ये 5 मीटर से नीचे की हाइट वाले जो घासें और हर्ब्स होते हैं वो सारे हैं. So with this you can understand there is 5 layers of vegetation which is found here, and these are, the forests are very dense. The forests are very dense because of high floral biodiversity. Is economic exploitation of these forests is very, very difficult because number of trees, density of trees in the regions is very, very high. Up the second point is, the forest have a dense canopy and sunlight doesn't reach easily on the ground. Means because of high biodiversity there is competition for the sunlight for the trees and herbs that are present around the ground surface. Small trees and grasses and herbs always feel competition for the sunlight, and in that competition trees increase their height. So height of the trees increases in the competition of sunlight, and there is in the pattern of increasing height, the trees also develop number of branches. They are also called as broadleaf forest. Broadleaf forest means the leaves of the trees are bigger in size. They are broad in size. Very broad leaves are found in the trees, and the broad leaves actually cover all these regions. They form a canopy like structure. So because of the canopy, due to broad leaves, it is very difficult for the sunlight to penetrate these upper layers, and there is competition for the lower layer vegetation for getting sunlight, and in that competition trees increase their height. The herbs and shrubs also try to increase their height. Okay, so this is very important characteristic. The forests are broadleaf and dense forests. They have different layers such as ground level, herbaceous layers, shrubs, small trees and long trees, all that are found. One of the special characteristics of these vegetation is lianas that are found here. Basically they are creepers. तो यहाँ पर आप देखोगे कि जो ट्रीज होते हैं, वुडी ट्रीज होते हैं, उनके ऑल अराउंड ऐसे रूट्स के पास से क्रीपर्स होते हैं. द क्रीपर्स दैट are long and they are woody vine that is rooted in the soil and climbs or twines around other plants. तो क्रीपर्स जो होते हैं वो लकड़ी वाले जो पेड़ होते हैं उनके चारों तरफ लिपट करके ऊपर की तरफ चढ़ते हैं. So the creepers are important characteristics of these vegetations. They are also called as lianas. So this is the pattern of vegetation that is found here. You can see this picture, and there are more pictures that are indicating the rainforest regions of the world. You can see there are different patterns of vegetation. The herbaceous layer, the grasses, long grasses are also found here, and you can see algal layer is also there along with the grass layer, and biodiversity of these regions is very high in different parts of the world, and in India these biomes are found. So I would be showing you which parts of the region has presence of such biomes. So coming to the regions, you can see here these are found all around the equator. That means up to 10 degree to north and up to 10 degree south of equator. So in the Amazon basin area these are found, the areas all around the Amazon river. So the forest, the evergreen rainforest biome of Amazon river is also known as selvas. This is very important. Amazon rainforests are also known as selvas forest, and they are very dense forests that has developed all around the Amazon river. Then Congo basin in the Indonesia, Malaysia region. In all these regions you will find presence of tropical evergreen rainforest biome. If you see here, you can locate them. This is the Amazon basin region. This is the Congo basin region. Congo river flows from here, and these are the Indonesia, Malaysia and all these regions, Jaya, all these regions. So in these regions there is presence of tropical evergreen rainforest biome. These are also found in India as well. India में कौन कौन से regions हैं, अब ये important है. These are found here, means along the Western Ghats. Basically western side of Western Ghats has presence of such kind of dense forest. Along with that, in Andaman Nicobar and in Lakshadweep also these tropical evergreen rainforests are found. Northeast India also has presence of these kind of forests. So you also have to keep this in mind, which regions of India has presence of tropical evergreen rainforest biome. उष्ण कटिबंधीय वर्षावन की presence कहाँ कहाँ पर है. Okay. So these in India, these has developed along the Western Ghats, Kerala, Andaman Nicobar, Northeast India and Lakshadweep. I have already told you, in all these regions rainfall is very high, that is above 200 centimeter average annual rainfall. So friends, always remember this in mind, that it is very much associated with the rainfall, the amount of rainfall that is experienced in any region. If any region in the world has rainfall more than 200 centimeter average annual rainfall, the regions generally develop these kind of vegetation, and the region has presence of tropical evergreen rainforest vegetation. So you can see here, this is the picture I have already shown you, that is showing these kind of forests. Okay, now there are one or two very important point in these regions. First of all, these regions has high biodiversity, these has high temperature conditions. Because of high temperature conditions, high biodiversity, the food chain of these regions, food chain is very complex, food chain is very complex. मतलब यहाँ पर जो खाने की अवेलेबिलिटी होती है वो बहुत ही ज़्यादा होती है किसी भी एनिमल के लिए. मतलब अगर यहाँ पर फॉक्सेस भी मिल रहे हैं, बियर भी मिल रहे हैं, डियर भी मिल रहे हैं, इफ देयर इज ए लॉयन and it wants to eat, so it can eat anything, any animal of its wish. जो इसकी विश होगी उनके उसके लिए उस फूड की अवेलेबिलिटी रहेगी. फ्रेंड्स, यहाँ पर इन रीजन्स में जो बायोमास प्रोडक्शन होता है, जो बायोमास प्रोडक्टिविटी होती है, बायोमास प्रोडक्टिविटी ऑफ दीज रीजन्स इज वेरी हाई. यू विल फाइंड number of species which are unique to these biomes. आपको बहुत सारी ऐसी स्पीसीज मिलेंगी जो सिर्फ यहीं पर होती हैं, तो बहुत ही यूनिक स्पीसीज मिल सकती हैं. एंड द बायोमास प्रोडक्शन इज वेरी हाई इन दीज रीजन. दिस इज ऑल्सो इम्पॉर्टेंट. दिस रीजन इज ऑल्सो नोन एज रीजन ऑफ लिथार्जी, है ना. अब आप सोच रहे होंगे कि ऐसा क्यों बोला जाता है. भाई सिंपल सी बात है कि इफ इन एनी रीजन देयर इज हाई टेम्परेचर एंड हाई ह्यूमिडिटी, जनरली एनीवन फील्स लाइक स्लीपी एवरी टाइम. ठीक है, तो यहां पर भी ऐसी कंडीशंस होती है ना, तो ऐसे हमेशा नींद टाइप से आती रहती है. हालांकि ये मेरे हिसाब से नहीं है, अकॉर्डिंग टू डिफरेंट जोग्राफर्स. दिस रीजन इज नोन एज रीजन ऑफ लिथार्जी. आलस्य का क्षेत्र भी इसको कहा जाता है, ये भी इंपॉर्टेंट है. दिस इज ऑल्सो कॉल्ड एज ऑप्टिमम बायोम रीजन बिकॉज बायोमास प्रोडक्टिविटी इज वेरी हाई. दैट्स व्हाई इट इज ऑल्सो कॉल्ड एज ऑप्टिमम बायोम रीजन. मीन्स दिस हैज sufficient presence of biomass, that's why it is also called as optimum biome region. And friends, now coming to agricultural practices, this is also important, and agricultural practices are continuously asked in different exams. Now proportion of questions related to agriculture and environment are every year increasing in UPSC. If you analyze the pattern of previous year questions, you will find this pattern that environment and agriculture questions from both the streams are increasing every year. So coming to agriculture in these regions, because the soil is lateritic in nature, minerals की presence कम होती है on the top layer of the soil, that's why soil is not very productive agriculturally, बहुत प्रोडक्टिव नहीं होती. बट प्लांटेशन एग्रीकल्चर जो होता है दैट इज प्रैक्टिस्ड इन दीज रीजन्स, एंड मीन्स द क्रॉप्स दैट आर ग्रोन आर बेसिकली प्लांटेशन क्रॉप्स, और कमर्शियल क्रॉप्स जिन्हें आप कह सकते हो यहां पर ज्यादा ग्रो होती हैं. सो द बनाना is one of the important crops that is grown here. Along with the banana, coconut, cocoa, rubber, and all these are grown here. So these are the basic vegetations. Rice is also cultivated in many important regions because rice requires sufficient rainfall, that is already there in these biomes. So these were the some of the important characteristics related with these regions. These regions are also called as 4 o'clock rain area. These regions are also called as 4 o'clock rain area. That means the surface starts getting heated from the morning and it is heated up to 2 o'clock. and after 2 o'clock when it is heated completely, around 4 o'clock rainfall is observed every day. So, because around 4 o'clock rainfall is observed every day, this is also called 4 o'clock rain area. ठीक है, important point. Next important point, that is going to be the last important point of today's lecture, is this region is very known for the faunal biodiversity and the biomass production. I have already discussed these things with detail in detail with you. So, I think this is sufficient for today's class. I am going to discuss another biomes in the upcoming lectures. Thank you so much for today.